Good morning, everyone. Today I'm going to talk to you about something that changed my life, right? And what it was going to strategic coach for 4 years and going through Dan Sullivan's program. And actually, it was really transformative for me. In fact, one of my great referral sources, one time when I referred someone that had talked to me before strategic coach, and he was referring them back to me, he said, "Oh, you met Mike B.S. before BSC, right? Hey, before strategic coach, right? You got to meet him after strategic coach." And the thing was, it was in a pretty tight situation where we were just getting out of recession, cash was limited, and I looked at my business and I was like, hey, I've got 3 relationships that account for 80% of my revenue, and one of those relationships, which was probably 55% of revenue, was we were outsourcing the sales force that sold film. So we knew the handwriting on the wall was that this was going to go away. With that said, I went and looked at other options, and I decided instead of opening a traditional CPA firm and hiring a marketing company, I decided to go to strategic coach. And I had listened to this CD that he provided about 20 times. And then I had my wife listen to it, and that's what we decided to do. And it really made a major course change in my life. And these things that he taught are like, if you are a martial artist, if you became a black belt in these 6 things, you would become a master of your business. And they still, even though that CD now is probably 20 years old, they still are very powerful. The first one was focus on vision, multiply progress, right? You got to focus on your vision, and you always have to have a future vision, and that helps you get there quicker. And all of these 6 things that we're talking about, we're going to be talking about them over the next 6 days. The second one was focus on delegation, multiply income, right? And that he gave us during Strategic Coach a way of hiring people, a way of finding people who like to do what we don't like to do, and delegating. And that was 100% true. I actually doubled my income the first year in the program. It was amazing. Number 3 was focus on relationships, multiply opportunity. In my business, that was really critical, right? Because as I focused on those really important relationships, pouring my time and effort into that relationship, that introduced me to more and more opportunities, and we've been on this great growth rate ever since, right? Number 4 was really mind-boggling for CPAs or anyone who's in the time and effort industry, but is focus on free time, multiply productivity, right? And it's just about creating barriers in your time, forces you to be productive. But also, one thing that most people who are on this grind mentality don't realize is really when you take that free time off, your mind becomes much more creative and you're able to solve your problems. The 5th one was a liberator too, was focus on strengths, delegate weaknesses, right? This is where I finally, broke down, hired an executive assistant, broke down and helped pay people to help me stay organized and stuff. And as you delegate the weaknesses, if you focus into your strengths, one, as an entrepreneur, you'll produce much better results. And number 6, which is one we talk about on the personal side a lot, was, focus on habits, forget about discipline. And that's where most people are always saying, especially when I talk, man, I'm really not a disciplined person. I don't do this, I don't do this. But it's really that you're not disciplined. It's that you just don't have habits. And you have to create a system for building habits. Thank you so much.